Hey guys, I hope everyone's day is going well. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at the very hyped up, very special yo-yo, none other than the unparalleled Notion. I'm not gonna lie guys, this has become one of my favorite hybrid yo-yos to date, and I'm so excited to be talking about it with you guys. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. So this video is actually gonna be part one of a 3-part series that I do on unparalleled yo-yos. They sent me 3 absolutely amazing yo-yos. I am so lucky to have them, and so I wanna give them a huge shout out in each and every video for sending me these yo-yos and making this entire video possible. Obviously in this video we'll be looking at the Notion, but they sent me some amazing other yo-yos, so be sure to stay tuned for those ones. And as usual, all of their links, contact information, and store are going to be in the description down below, so be sure to check them out after you finish this video. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about the Notion. Okay, so before I give you the specs and all of that information, just a quick kind of background on the yo-yo. This is Colin Beckford's signature yo-yo, and it is Unparalleled's very first hybrid yo-yo. So for your knowledge, hybrid yo-yos are yo-yos that have normally a plastic body and metal rims. As you can see on this yo-yo, it's got that yellow plastic body and then stainless steel rims that are nice and shiny. What makes a hybrid yo-yo special is it's kind of hard to engineer this because the pieces kind of have to fit together really nicely, and especially when you're using 2 different types of plastic, those material costs can kind of run up a little bit. It's also very, very difficult to get a kind of good feeling hybrid yo-yo since the 2 different materials can kind of clash against each other if not distributed correctly. So any hybrid yo-yo that plays well is just a feat of engineering in my opinion. But enough of that, let's jump into the specs and then we can take a quick look around the yo-yo before jumping right into the play. Okay, so looking at the specs, there's a couple of things that I want to point out. First things first, again, this is a hybrid yo-yo, so it has palm plastic, and then it has those stainless steel weight rims. It's also worth mentioning that this yo comes with 2 plastic hubcaps, so you can kind of force fit them into the sides of the yo-yo. Unparalleled says it is best to use those types of hubcaps when you're playing 3A, and then when you want a little bit of a lighter feel, you take them off using a suction cup for 1A. So it's really cool in my opinion that the yo kind of comes with both of those options. Personally, I mainly play 1A, so I won't be using the hubcaps for this video, but I can see why those would be helpful with stability and longer spinning times. Now, in terms of the specs, this yo is a little bit more on the heavy side. This day and age, you're gonna see yo-yos come in a little bit more around 63-ish grams, so seeing that weight surprised me a bit. However, again, since this is a hybrid yo-yo, it's pretty challenging to make an actually good one, and so you're gonna expect, especially with plastic, those weights to be a little bit more heavy. Also, by the way, I'm facing a window and it's a really cloudy day, so if the light keeps changing, that's kind of why it is. Okay, so let's take a quick look around the yo-yo. First things first that I noticed with this yo is how awesome that shape is. I cannot tell you how much I absolutely love a shape that looks like this. So here's what I want to point out. For starters, you're going to see that those rims are really nice and thick. You got the stainless steel rings around there, and then it really just scoops down to some extremely low walls. It's got a very concave shape, very, very wide open gap width. These are all qualities that I absolutely love. A yo-yo that I know that kind of has this taken to a bit of the extreme is the Yo-Yo Friends Vulture. So if you put them side by side, you can see what I mean by this. But I love yo-yos that kind of scoop down like this, and I think that Unparalleled did a fantastic job of making this shape. I am a huge fan of this. I love all the little cuts along the shape, and those walls are so nice and low with such a big gap width. This is a really, really nice shape that fits super great in the hand. Very, very comfortable, and the rims aren't so pointy that it hurts your hand. So overall, huge fan of this shape. Then turning on over to the cup, you can see we've got a really nice thick rim right there. That's probably where it's going to get most of its stability and spin time. And then from there, it go down to a flat center with the Unparalleled logo with kind of like a metal stopper right there. Overall, I think this yo looks great. I specifically kind of asked for this yellowish orange color, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. It's very easy to notice, and it looks great when you're playing with it. But overall, in conclusion, 10 out of 10 shape. I love this design, and I think that they used the stainless steel weight rims really well. Okay, so how does the Notion actually play? Guys, I'm gonna come out and say it. This yo-yo is absolutely fantastic. This yo-yo absolutely shocked me, and I'm not gonna lie, I wish I had this yo-yo in my collection sooner. This is an exceptional yo-yo. On my channel, I've reviewed probably over 200 or so yo-yos, or at least tried over 200 yo-yos, and very few yo-yos, in my opinion, make it to the exceptional category. This is one of my favorite yo-yos to date, and here's why. First off, this is a super solid yo-yo. A lot of times, I've tried plastic yo-yos, and they feel a little bit on the flimsy side. They don't have much stability. Their spin time's kind of bad. This feels great. Those stainless steel rims are absolutely doing their job, and you can see that they packed a lot of weight into that rim right there, which makes sense as to why it's so stable. However, this yo-yo is also so fun to play with. Plastic yo-yos, in my opinion, are always a little bit more fun to play with than metal yo-yos, and I love the feel of this one. While I'm playing with it, it just feels so nice and refreshing. It has a nice little ring to it, and in general, it just feels so good while you're playing with it. When you throw it down, you can tell that it has a ton of stability and a really long spin time, which is awesome. I will say this is a bit of a heavier yo-yo. There's not too much arguing with that. If you really like light yo-yos, you'll be a little bit surprised with this one because it's definitely on the heavier side. Now, in my opinion, this isn't really a problem. I generally do like light yo-yos, but for me with the Notion, I didn't really run into too many issues. It's one of those yo-yos that has kind of a little bit challenging acceleration, so getting from slow speed to fast. But once you are at kind of a fast speed, it really maintains that acceleration well. So once you get this thing moving, you're gonna find that it keeps moving quickly and it kind of has that nice acceleration. So it's a bit of like a slow starter, but once you have it up to speed, it can really cruise. I also found binds and regens to be just exceptional with this yo-yo. It is so satisfying when this yo-yo comes back to your hand. It really just feels amazing. I was getting very consistent binds, not too much snagging, and very nice regens with a whole lot of power. Additionally, as I said before, you guys know I absolutely love that wide shape, and yes, this wide shape is perfect. You can hit all your different whips and hops and horizontal tricks with this yo-yo, but even more so than that, this yo-yo had no problem with more technical tricks. If you guys know Colin Beckford's style, he definitely has some more densely tech-oriented tricks, and this yo-yo was no problem for me. I was putting this yo-yo in some pretty tight string configurations, and even with that little bit slightly larger width, I still had no problems with that. The yo-yo really fit into the string configuration super nicely. Also, in case anyone is wondering about its ability to grind, this yo-yo is pretty darn good. It's hard to describe kind of the smoothness of the plastic, but as you can see, I was still able to hit some pretty nice grinds. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to explain why this yo-yo kind of goes in my exceptional category. It's one of those yo-yos that you really just need to try yourself. Whether you're at a contest or maybe a friend can let you try it, or even if you buy one, you'll see what I mean. There's just something about the design of this yo-yo, the mix of both plastic and metal, and just the way that this yo-yo dances along the string. It's something very special. This yo-yo is that perfect blend of fun and also playability. I'm very impressed with what UNPRLD has done with the Notion, and I highly recommend you guys at least give it a shot. Okay, and that's about it for my review of the Notion. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can see whenever I post a new video. Once again, huge thank you to UNPRLD for making this entire video possible, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.